The Congregation for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments is the congregation of the Roman Curia that handles most affairs relating to liturgical practices of the Latin Church as distinct from the Eastern Catholic Churches, and also some technical matters relating to the sacraments. Its functions were originally exercised by the Sacred Congregation of Rites, set up in January 1588 by Pope Sixtus V. Current leadership: Cardinal Prefect, Cardinal Robert Serra; Archbishop Secretary, Archbishop Arthur Roche, D.D., Under Secretary, Rev. Corrado Maggioni. History: the congregation is the direct successor of the Sacred Congregation for the Discipline of the Sacraments. In 1975 it was given the title Sacred Congregation for the Sacraments and Divine Worship, and incorporated the functions of the Sacred Congregation for Divine Worship, which had been created in 1969 to take on responsibility for the liturgical affairs previously handled by the Sacred Congregation of Rites. Between 1984 and 1988 it was briefly redivided into the Congregation for the Sacraments and the Congregation for Divine Worship under a single prefect. Functions: the Apostolic Constitution Pastor Bonus, issued by Pope John Paul II on the 28th of June 1988, laid down the functions of the congregation, including regulation and promotion of the liturgy, primarily of the sacraments, regulation of the administration of the sacraments, especially regarding the valid and licit celebration, promoting liturgical pastoral activity, especially regarding the celebration of the Eucharist, drawing up and revision of liturgical texts, reviewing particular calendars and proper texts for the Mass and the Divine Office, granting the recognition to translations of liturgical books and their adaptations, promoting the liturgical apostolate of sacred music, song or art, ensuring that liturgical norms are accurately observed, and that abuses are avoided and eliminated where they are found to exist, examining the fact of non-consummation in a marriage and the existence of a just cause for granting a dispensation, examining cases concerning the nullity of ordination, regulating the cult of relics, the confirmation of heavenly patrons in diocese or locality, the authorization of canonical coronations and the granting of the title of minor basilica, giving assistance to bishops so that the prayers and pious exercises of the Christian people may be fostered and held in high esteem. On the 30th of August 2011, Pope Benedict XVI issued the Motu Proprio Quaerit Semper, which modifies the competency of the congregation by taking away responsibility for unconsummated marriages and nullity of ordination cases. According to the Motu Proprio, this was done because, in these circumstances, it appeared adequate that the work of the Congregation for Divine Worship and the Discipline of the Sacraments be dedicated essentially to a resumption of the sacred liturgy in the Church, according to the renewal that the Second Vatican Council desired, beginning with the Constitution Sacro Sanctum Concilium. Cardinal Prefects: Domenico Ferrata, Filippo Giustini, Michele Lega, Domenico Giorio, Benedetto Aloisi Mazzella, Francesco Carpino, Francis James Brennan, Antonio Samore, Benno Waltegut, Arturo Tabera, James Knox, Giuseppe Casaria, Paul Mayer, Eduardo Martinez Samalo, Antonio Maria Javier Ortiz, George Arturo Medina Esteves, Francis Arenes, Antonio Canizas Lava, Robert Serra, Secretary, Annibal Bugnini, CM, Geraldo Migella Agnello, Francesco Pio Tamburino O, SB Domenico Sorrentino, Malcolm Ranjit, Joseph Augustin Dinoyer, Arthur Roche. Vox Clara Committee. The Vox Clara Committee is a committee of senior bishops from episcopal conferences throughout the English-speaking world, formed by the congregation in 2001 to provide advice to the Holy See concerning English-language liturgical books and to strengthen effective cooperation with the conferences of bishops in this regard. The Vox Clara Committee is chaired by Cardinal George Pell. The first vice-chairman is Bishop Thomas Olmsted, its second vice-chairman is Cardinal Oswald Gracias, and its treasurer is Cardinal Justin Regali. The bishop secretary is Bishop Arthur J. Saratali. The committee's other members are Cardinal John Tonghon, Archbishop Alfred Hughes, Archbishop Michael Neary, Archbishop Terence Prendergast, S.J., and Bishop David McGaugh. The committee's executive secretary is Monsignor James P. Maroney.